Asterisk in 5 minutes. Asterisk is an open source software capable to transform an ordinary PC into a PBX. It's also capable to transform a PC into any telephony application, including internet telephony service providers, call centers, and so on. Asterisk is a huge project. According to the asterisk.org website, there are 1 million servers running. Why it's disruptive? Asterisk started with a partnership with a project called the Zapata project of Dean Dixon. Mark Spencer and Dean Dixon partnered together to bring this concept to the world. That is really interesting. Instead of using expensive digital signal processors, Dean Dixon discovered that they could use the Intel processors to process voice. There was a belief that this was not possible. In 2004, 2003, almost any manufacturer had those PDMs. PDMs were digital signal processors, and Dean Dixon proved that you can use the Intel processor present in your PC to do it. So instead of paying from $5,000 to $10,000 per E1 or T1 card, the Zapata card created by the Zapata project, it's called actually the Tormenta card, costed at that time $1,500 per 4 E1. So there was a decrease in the price of digital interfaces 10 to 1. The second disruption was in the application and the Asterisk project itself. I remember in 2004 to be paying $1,200 per port for recorder, $1,500 port for interactive voice response, $2,500 for automatic call distribution and computer telephony integration. Telephony was expensive in 2004. And then Mark Spencer came with a software that was free, open source, and open standards based. A huge disruption. Building a step-by-step Asterisk. So let me show you how to build a PBX. What's the big picture? How to choose the hardware, the software, the phones, the public network connection, learn how to configure and put all together. How to choose the hardware. As a rule of thumb, I use one core with 1 gigahertz per 30 simultaneous calls. So for 120 simultaneous calls, I can use dual core 2 gigahertz, a very inexpensive server. 1 gig of memory, 20 gigs of disk. If you want to run 24/7, and almost any PBX runs 24/7, you need a server hardware, not use your desktop. Use something reliable for your Asterisk server. How to choose the software? The main option is just to download Asterisk and run. It's harder but flexible. You have to configure everything manually. There's no graphical user interface. But if you want to create applications, I truly recommend you that you learn Asterisk. You can use some shortcuts. You can use FreeBBX or Isabel. They have graphical user interface. They're easier to configure, but you don't understand exactly what they're doing. So I prefer to learn Asterisk first and then go to the FreeBBX or Isabel. Isabel is the fork of the old project called Elastics. Elastics was nice, has very nice interfaces, an evolution of FreePBX, and have a very good contact center interface. And Digium provides a paid option. It's called SwitchVox. It's Asterisk with a very nice graphical interface with text support. Everything you want from Asterisk in a paid version, you can use the Digium SwitchVox. How to choose the phones. The first choice you have are analog or IP phones. In these days, I prefer IP phones. The low-end phones cost $30. You have manufacturers such as Yelling, Grandstring, Polycons. They're very nice phones. If you go to the analog, the production is not so high of this port, so the price of the port plus the phone is more or less the price of an IP phone. So in these days, I truly recommend the IP phones. Wireless phones, in this case, I prefer DECT phones. They're a little, they don't use a lot of battery. For IP phones, I would use my mobile anyway. To connect using a PC, you can use a soft phone or even a web phone. And conference rooms, you can have this conference. There are many options from all manufacturers for conference room phones. To connect to the public network, we have analog lines. If you have 1 or 2 analog lines, use an analog FXO card. If you are a large company and have a digital line, T1, E1, or J1, T1 US, E1 Europe and Latin America, J1 and Japan, you can use the T1 interfaces. A very good way is to use SIP trunking. You don't need any hardware on your server. Just connect to the internet using the Ethernet port of your server directly to the SIP trunk, and you can get rid of all this strange hardware. And also you can connect to the GSM network. In many countries this makes sense because of the cost of the mobile calls. Now there's an option called the Chan dongle. There are some USB sticks, very inexpensive, $10 to $20. It's a very nice option to connect the GSM network. How to configure? I have provided the complete Asterisk training on Udemy, and the books, a paperback book on Amazon, Kindle book, and a PDF. All the links are in the description of this training. The big picture, so now looking at everything together, you have the server connect to the phone company using an analog or digital card. You have a switch connecting IP phones, soft phones, and analog phones using an analog telephony adapter. And you can also connect to the ITSP using a SIP trunk if you want a discounted call rate. Beyond the PBX, Asterisk is not only PBX. You can build internet telephony service providers, cloud PBX and call centers, interact voice responses, voice applications, portals, web telephony, almost any type of telephony application you want. It's very open, it's very extensible. In summary, Asterisk is a powerful telephony engine created by Mark Spencer and Digen in 1999, recently bought by Sangoma, free, open source, and open standards based. Thank you.